Hi, this is Joshua Bonehay here with Connected Lane County. Today we're at the Eugene Country Club, and with me is Rich. Rich, you are the...
I'm the general manager here at Eugene Country Club.
Okay. And what are we going to see today?
Well, today we're going to give you a tour of our, call it the back of the house, the kitchen facilities, which were renovated about 3.5 years ago. And guiding on that tour is our executive chef, Carl Zink.
Carl, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. So before we go on the tour, can you tell us a little bit about kind of this area here, where we are right now?
Well, currently in the lobby of the clubhouse. The
Okay.
clubhouse is a 45,000 square foot facility, part of a farmhouse that was actually here in the early 1900s. This club itself is 120 plus years old. We're the second oldest club in the state of Oregon. Private club of about 750 members, 18-hole golf course. Full clubhouse, dining, banquet facilities, golf pro shop, fitness facilities, locker rooms, swimming pool, and a tennis court.
Wow, so all those activities probably makes people very hungry.
We hope that people are out here engaging and building up quite an appetite, and when they do, they're in great hands.
That's awesome. Well, this is a very beautiful location. I'd love to see the kind of the behind the scenes and how that all works. Carl, so what is behind the scenes? What are we going to see?
Well, we're going to go back in the kitchen and see our kitchen. Our kitchen's kind of divided into a front and a back area. The front of the house takes care of what we call a la carte dining, which is when people come in, sit down, order from a waiter to get their food brought out to them. The back of the house, the back part of the kitchen is more geared towards banquets, which unfortunately we haven't had a lot right now, but is prepared for it, and for prep. Okay. So we're going to see both sides and kind of some of the storage, the way we store things, some of the equipment we have that we use, how we set up the front line, kind of delegating the different responsibilities of cooking so we can get that stuff a la carte done timely and nicely.
That's amazing. I've actually been here for a few banquets, and so you guys put on a really impressive show, and it's really nice. So it'll be fun to kind of see behind the scenes and what's available for students as far as employment and kind of how those things work. So.
I'm always looking for good people.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, do you mind leading the way?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, thank you.
So we're back here in the, this is the wait station in the kitchen. Here would be where all the waiters would come to get their coffee, their ice for the bar, cups, mostly just coffee and things like that, also for banquets. So that's with this area, kind of for the front of the house. After that, it's all ours. So this is our back kitchen. This is the prep kitchen here, where all the prep gets done for the larger items. Things like soups, stews, meat fabrication, all that gets done back here. We have lots of space, so we can spread out and do large banquets in here. We've got pull-down heat lamps. When we're doing plate-ups, we can plate up a whole bunch of plates at once, send them out to the banquet rooms, or we can do buffets. We have a number of hot boxes to kind of help us facilitate that kind of thing.
So how is this different than like a normal kitchen? I mean...
Well, this is really geared more towards large volume catering.
Okay.
So normally you probably wouldn't have this much room in a back kitchen.
Okay.
If you're just doing a front a la carte dining.
So you're able to make few hundred meals in a short period of time, or how many?
Well, I mean, we've done upwards of 400, 500 at once for different kinds of events, big golf tournaments, things like that, where sometimes we'll have a big golf tournament. It'll run for 4 days, and we're doing breakfast, lunch, dinner 4 days in a row.
Wow.
For up to 700 people.
And how many people do you fit in here when you're doing work?
How many people are back here?
Yeah.
Well, when we're doing that kind of business, we'll probably have 4 or 5 people back here, pretty much all day.
Okay.
Right now we're getting started for dinner service. We don't have any banquets going, so it's pretty clean.
Okay.
Just have Gabe back here making some mashed potatoes right now. But everybody else is actually doing prep up on the line.
Oh, can we go see that?
Sure.
All
You
right.
want to see the rest of this first?
Yeah, let's do it.
So for doing big banquets, we do have a lot of good equipment. We have a double lodget oven here, convection. You can fire, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, like 16 hotel pans worth of food at once in these.
Oh my gosh.
So you can do a lot. We also have 2 more ovens here. And all these come in handy on things like Thanksgiving when we had to do 56 turkeys at once.
Wait, you did 56 turkeys at one time?
6 turkeys at one time.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know, 56 turkeys, 30 gallons of gravy. Yeah, it was wild. Big burners. These are a little larger burners than normally you would see in a restaurant.
Okay.
These are, I think they're called hotel burners. So they're larger diameter. You can put a bigger pan down on those, and they're for doing large pots of whatever we're doing.
And they also have water in their own little part of
We have-
water.
Yeah, we have water right available.
Okay.
If these are too small, I have the big boy, which is a total skillet. This one is fired underneath,
Yeah.
jacketed, so it doesn't scorch.
Okay.
And you can do huge batches of whatever you want in here.
Oh my goodness.
We use this for chilies, for our onion soup, things like that that we have. We want to have a lot of space to sear meat or onions.
So, when you hire somebody, do they have to learn how to cook on this larger equipment, or does they practice
Yeah, we
what they learn
usually have
scale?
to teach people how to use all of this stuff because it is a little bit bigger than you'd have at a normal smaller restaurant.
So, like if you're trying to cook a normal egg, it's a little bit different on there, right?
Well, we probably wouldn't do too many little egg dishes and things back here. We'll
Yeah.
use the front line.
Oh, okay.
But this is kind of a neat thing that we just put in just recently. It's our oil service. We have, instead of using jugs of oil to fill up the deep fryers,
Yeah.
we went to a new system that is really slick. It's all plumbed in. So we
Okay.
have used oil and clean oil in the base down in the cart room down
Yeah.
below here. So when we want to change the oil out, we just drain it into this, pump it into the wall, and it goes away.
Oh, that's so much safer.
Very much safer. Very much
Yeah,
safer.
I spent a little time. I worked for Taco Bell World Headquarters, and I had, oils are very dangerous.
It
can
is
be,
really
can
dangerous, and I've known people who have been really severely injured by it. So this is a really cool system.
be. Yeah,
It's cost effective. The safety factor, I think, is
it's pretty big.
is worth a lot.
That is awesome.
So it keeps it nice and clean. And then when you want the oil,
Yeah,
plug it into the other one,
yeah,
and fresh oil comes out of the gun.
that is amazing.
Super slick. I love that. This is our main walk-in. And in here we have all of our vegetable storage. Fish is on the back. Chicken on the bottom. All of our meats down here. Sauces. These are mostly salad dressings, things like that in here. I like to put everything in these quart containers. They're easy to grab. So we make this many, we make 9 things of blue cheese.
Yeah.
But if you don't need to put it in a big container, just grab one and you can go.
Well, and it seems to be easy to keep inventory too, right?
Yeah.
You take a quick look, and then you're like, hey, I need 2 more.
9
these.
of them, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you keep them, and it's easy to keep them rotated, because everything's got a date. Every single thing in here has a name, a date, the person who did it,
Oh, okay.
so we know to go back if there was an issue with it. And we go through a lot of blue tape.
Okay.
Blue tape is a big thing around here. If you look
Nice.
around, everything's got blue tape on it.
Yeah.
So up here we have the main line. So this is the a la carte kitchen. This is where tickets come up. They come up on the printer here, and then we make whatever comes up there.
Oh, wow.
Comes up on here. This is called the expo side.
Okay.
So usually I'm here, or maybe a sous chef is here.
So, expo, like for expediting?
Expediting, yeah.
Okay.
And so we'd be here and making sure that everyone is doing what they need to do to make that ticket complete.
And how many tickets can you run? Quite a few. How many people you
Well,
have?
we can fill that up and then some.
Yeah.
And it's there is a breaking point where you're calling too much and they can't catch up.
Yeah.
But the way this line is set up, you could really do. I've worked in lines this good, maybe not even this good, but we did 300 people a day
Oh,
or
wow.
a night.
Okay.
So this it can do that. We never go that many,
Okay.
but everybody wants to eat at the same time,
Right.
and everybody expects fast service.
Right.
So we can work at that pace for 45 minutes.
So how does somebody train for that, or how do they prepare for it?
Practice.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really.
I mean, I take
when
like
you're
an
working on a
hour to
line-
cook.
When
you
you're
know?
working on a line like this,
Yeah.
you make sure you're everything that you need to make the dishes you're cooking, you're responsible for. Everybody's responsible for certain dishes.
Okay.
So first of all, you have a menu. In that menu, everyone has an assigned tasks, assigned menu items that they're going to
Okay.
be responsible for making. So when that menu item gets called, they make it. So how do you train for it? I mean, you just start doing it.
I mean, because I'm just imagining you're at home cooking. It takes me about an hour and a half to make dinner. Hour and a half.
Well, they're starting not from scratch.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff.
So they've got a
but-
lot of stuff done.
Ready to go.
We'll kind of go back there in a second
Okay.
and show you. But I'm going to give you a little rundown of how
Sure.
this is set up. So on this side of the line is we call the pantry.
Okay.
So out of the pantry comes all of your salads, a lot of cold hors d'oeuvres, some warm stuff, a little warm stuff, but they have definitely their list of things they do. Lots of salads in this restaurant.
Okay.
They love them.
It's Oregon, man.
Yeah. This side here with the large burners, this is called saute. That's our saute cook. And this is all the menu items that don't go on the grill. These are menu items that get made in the pans.
Okay.
Okay? That's saute. This side is expo on the line. So this expediter is bringing everything together from the grill side, from the saute side, bring them together and taking them up into the window.
Okay.
So they're doing the final platings. These guys are going to send the finished dishes to the middle. The middle's going to plate it. He has some mashed potatoes, a few things online, some sauces here. Does the finished plating, and it comes up in the window. The expediter makes sure everything is together, puts it on a tray, and sends it out.
Oh, very cool.
So that is the expo. That's an expo. Now on this side we have the grill. So on the grill, you have George. George is our
What's up,
grill
George?
cook.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Good, good.
George has two different grills. He has, this is called a over-fired broiler,
Okay.
and that has a lot of BTUs coming from above.
Okay.
That can reach like 950 degrees in there.
Wow.
That is the greatest thing for searing steaks there is, and it's really good for searing vegetables too.
Really? All right.
Next to it, we have an under-fired broiler, and that one is more of a standard grill for broiling more delicate things. Fish, we use it for hamburgers, things like that.
Okay.
This thing though, it gives you that char and that beautiful crust that you want in like a steakhouse.
Is this a common device that people have in their restaurants?
No, I think this is, from what I know, there's only 2 of these around
Oh, okay.
in Eugene right now. Well,
No,
I'm not,
I know there's a
don't
thing
quote
called
me
a
on that.
salamander, which is like a,
So
it
that's
kind of
a
moves up and down.
salamander.
Okay.
I have 2 salamanders. There's one there and there's one over there,
Yeah.
and they're over-fired broilers too.
Okay.
They're just not as powerful as this one.
Okay.
And those are more like for cheese, melting cheese and things like that,
Oh, okay.
which we use them for French onion soups, melting cheese on
Oh,
hamburgers.
That's the secret.
Yeah,
Heat it from the top.
heat it from the top. Use your broiler.
Nice.
All right. Let's go around and look down the line from this side. So this is kind of a neat piece of equipment. This is called a fish pile. We keep all of our fish on ice in here. So this way it just keeps it as cold as we can keep it. These have drains on them, so the drains go down and go out down the drain in the floor there.
Oh,
So
wow.
it keeps all of our fish as cold as we can make it.
And that way, your guys don't have to keep walking in and out of a fridge or opening the doors and closing them.
Well, once we start service, the goal is never to leave the line.
Oh, okay.
Unless you cut your finger off
Yeah.
or really have to go to the bathroom.
Alright.
And that's it.
And so how long are
So
those
you don't
runs?
leave
said,
the line.
like 45 minutes of intense work, or
It can be more than that, but oftentimes here it will be between like 6:30 and 7:30 is when that's when the majority of the work comes in. But we're doing stuff all day long.
okay.
Because not only are we doing food for all of our members,
Yeah.
but we're doing food for all of the employees here.
Oh,
And
okay.
like Rich said, this is a 750,000 square foot, whatever he said.
Yeah.
This place is huge, has a lot of different parts. We have a lot of people mowing the lawn, taking care of the greens. All those guys, we feed all them.
Yeah.
All the people in the office, we feed everybody. All of the wait staff, we feed. People down in the pro shop, people down in the cart room.
That's one of the benefits of working here.
One of the benefits of working here, yeah, you get to eat.
Oh, nice.
You get to eat, yep.
Good.
It's a nice benefit.
Nice.
So if you want to look down here a little bit, we've got 3 deep fryers. I keep one of them for gluten-free, so we can have gluten-free French fries. If somebody has a celiac or has a aversion to gluten, we can take care of them.
Nice.
Everything on the line here is set up. These are the things you grab most of on the grill side, and then everything else is in drawers.
Oh, wow.
So all of your tuna salad for tuna salad sandwiches to tomato debutter to put on steaks, everything is available in drawers. Breading station for chicken. All of our lunch meats to make sandwiches.
So who's responsible for filling these up before you start?
That would be whoever's station it is.
Oh, okay.
So today it's George. George is responsible to make sure we have everything ready to go. He knows how much we need of everything. And then he's also prepping. If there's a special that falls into his area, he's also helping prep that.
Okay.
And he's making sure we have everything here because he knows that if he runs out of something and we're busy, it throws a big monkey wrench in the system. Can't have people running in the back in the middle of a busy service.
Right.
It needs to be smooth like a ballet.
So for like 2 hours of intense dinner service, how much prep work is done ahead of time?
Almost all of it.
Okay.
So we're really like at that point, our sauces are done. Everything is ready to put on the plate.
Yeah.
Sauces are done. We have potatoes cooked. We have roasting potatoes ready to pick up. All of whatever we might have, polenta, or today we have a potato risotto. It's all made, hot, and ready to go.
Okay.
All of our vegetables for like vegetable prep, it's all right here.
Yeah.
Ready. It's all par blanched,
Okay.
cut, ready to go. All we have to do, put it on pans and throw it into the broiler, and we like
Oh, nice.
do
You get
a
a
beautiful
little
roast caramelization on it. Yeah.
Caramelization on it. Nice.
And so we can pick things up really quick.
That is very cool.
With that guy too, a 10-ounce filet used to maybe take a half an hour to cook right. We can have it done in like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Kind of reminds me of like Ruth's Chris. They use like that super heat kind of thing.
This is what Ruth Chris uses.
Oh, really?
It's the same good.
And we got it here in Eugene.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what they use. That's the Montague overfired broiler.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. All right, that's a PSA notice. So if you're in the neighborhood and you want a really yummy steak, come.
Become a member of Eugene Country Club. Flat tops, you have 2 of them. You have 4 ovens.
Oh my
We have a
goodness.
lot of more firepower.
I noticed there's a lot of heat here. So do you have to be able to? I mean, how warm does it get
Can't
back?
stand the heat, they say.
Get out of the kitchen. Oh yeah.
We have some air that circulates that comes down that
Yeah.
helps. But it's warm, especially over there by the broiler.
Yeah.
It gets cooler as you go this way.
Nice.
So again, this is saute prep. They've got their own drawers and their own prep in there.
All right.
Coming down.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about that.
Another flat top and another salamander.
Nice.
This unit is kind of cool. I haven't even figured out everything to do with this. It's, you can do anything with this thing. That's what they say anyway. It's totally programmable, combi oven, does steam, does dry heat, does
Oh,
everything. You can create programs for it to do different kinds of processes. I've barely touched the surface about this guy.
so if someone was interested in working here and they knew how to work this, give you a call?
Sure, I'd love to learn more. There's not a lot of these around either,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and I have some friends in Portland who have them,
Yeah.
but I haven't really picked their brains enough to use it to its true.
We'll have to come back sometime
neat.
when you figure it out. We'll have to have a dish
Yeah.
made with that.
And then the most important person we have is our dishwasher. Who
Oh
on
my
a break.
goodness.
In a half an hour, look what happened to him on a break.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is this where you start off when you first get into the kitchen, or?
This is where I started off, yeah. I started off in the dish room. I got a job at Elephant's Delicatessen in Portland in the dish room, and moved up into making sandwiches pretty quickly and kind of took it from there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good place to start. You know, it'll teach you speed and organization, and they just get you into the kitchen. Schools are good, tend to be expensive,
Yeah.
and
You guys.
I find that I'm retraining people a lot. So
Oh, okay. Do you happen to pull people from LCC?
we do. I hired a whole bunch of people from LCC a couple years ago, and a few of them are still here. So
Okay.
yeah, I like their program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you recommend that if a student was interested in this as a career, that they would maybe take some classes in high school, and then maybe some after, in college?
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
Okay.
The best thing would be to try to get yourself into a good restaurant, a reputable restaurant that has things are being done the right way, and to start learning. And that's the best way to go.
Nice.
Learn by doing. But again, I think that Elaine does a really good job, and for the price and everything, it's kind of unbeatable. There is some places that do some knife skill classes. I know when I was over at Provisions, we used to do some knife skill classes occasionally. That'd be a good thing. A lot of people don't use their knives properly, and it always makes me nervous watching them.
Sharp end goes down, right?
Yeah, I mean, knives are an important part of the kitchen, that's for sure. And we kind of fetishize them a little bit, and have our collections, and they're fun. They're fun. They're also super useful, and having a good knife makes life working a lot better.
Oh, that's good. So if a student was interested in working in this industry, what's the starting wage, and what's some of the experience you suggest they have?
I mean, a lot of it's concentration. Where I see people fail is they lack the focus that you need to work like on a line in the business.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun. We joke around. We have a good time. But when it's busy, you need to be kind of like laser focused, hearing the calls, putting it together in your head, and not losing track of anything.
Okay.
So if you're someone who can, focus like that on something else, maybe a sport.
Yeah.
I had a guy who was was the goalie for U of O, and started working for me over at Marche. And I think it's because of his
like
training,
laser focus, right?
his training and focus on that really helped him to kind of hone in on what he was doing in the kitchen. And
Yeah.
he loved cooking.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, I think cooking at home is always good. Reading is great. We get all sorts of stuff from YouTube videos. When we want to learn how to do something, it's like,
Yeah.
how did they do that? You can probably find it. I mean, everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So, looking at YouTube videos about a type of cuisine you might be interested in. There's so many cooking shows. I watch them a lot and often learn a lot.
Okay.
So I think we're lucky now. All that we used to have to really research.
Yeah.
It was hard, and now it's everywhere you look, and it's fun.
So would you say if someone wanted to work here, they should have like some passion for food, or?
Yeah, you'd have to have a passion for the job. if you don't, it's not, you're not going to want to do it.
Okay.
When you get to the higher levels, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of hours. It's you know, and the higher you get, the more of a manager you become as a chef. The more you're trying to work training, finessing people.
And trying to get people to perform at the best
Yeah,
level they
and
can.
bringing that together to your vision, and it's stressful and it's difficult, and it's when it's working well, it's great.
Oh,
It's the most fun ever.
that's awesome.
When everything is cruising, and it's busy, and the food's flying up, and it looks beautiful, it's great. It's so much fun.
I see your eyes light up when you like it's watching a musician that talks about one of their favorite times they were playing. It seems like you
Yeah.
kind of recall those moments. So.
Yeah, or it's like somebody who likes whitewater rafting, just hitting
Yeah.
that perfect rapid. You know, it's like woohoo!
That's
So
awesome.
it's going crazy, but they got it under control, and you get through it.
Cool.
It's fun.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much, Carl,
Yeah.
for your time here. I think we got a great view of the kitchen. We saw kind of all the tools and devices, and I think you gave some great recommendations to some of the students out there. Sure, and thank you
Yeah.
for everything.
All right, you're
All right.
welcome.
Have a great day.
All right, you too.